Hi everyone, it's Nadia Dyson here and it's Tuesday Chat Time and I'm here with Sarah Ward from Ward & Co.
Tuesday Chats with Nadia Dyson.
Hi Sarah, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for coming to see me.
Your house is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really excited that we're here in the house to talk about what you guys do and your fantastic projects all around the Caribbean. So to start, can you just tell us a little bit about what you do and your company?
Yes, so Ward & Co. Interior Designers. We're based in a studio in London, central London, Soho Square.
Nice.
We're a team of 10, lots of different nationalities in there, so it's quite a nice eclectic mix of style and people. Two heads are always better than one, anything creative. So we're quite agile in the way we can design because of that. And now, having come to the Caribbean, we're working on several islands, as well as Antigua. We're on Barbuda. And we are in Nevis and in British Virgin Islands with other promises of work elsewhere. So it's been really exciting.
So you came, what year did you come to Antigua?
Oh gosh, first in 2009, but then started to buy land and things in about 2012.
And what made you fall in love with Antigua and decide Antigua was going to be the home for you?
Never been one to really plan life, but I think both we walked up a hill and saw this beautiful, beautiful view and a little sign that said for sale. And I don't think there was any more science to it than that.
Buy me.
Yes, buy me. And then we did. And then following that, because of Villa Papillon, we've been very lucky that the right people have seen it and the business has grown from that.
Tell me a little bit about the interior design process and how you work with your clients.
So the process is always the same. The client is always different. So the process would be initially we would meet the clients and spend quite a lot of time finding out what they do, what they want, and how they live. We're lucky enough to have some fantastic clients, most of whom have been successful. They're very interesting because their path of life has made them interesting, and they've taken risks and they've delved into things that I couldn't begin to understand. So it's about listening to them first and making sure we get the right aesthetic, the right budget, the right everything. All their needs and wants have to go into a full job spec, and we work hard to get that right at the beginning.
And the clients that you're working with right now, can you tell me a little bit about all the different projects you've got going on right now?
Yes, I can tell you what I can tell you.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, all like to keep everything quite quiet, but our West Coast project is just coming to completion. It's a very beautiful one-level beachfront property, and the aesthetic is very calm. It's I can tell you, you've got 41 shades of white fabric in it.
Wow.
And
that's amazing.
Yeah, lovely, very calm aesthetic. All the timbers, we've got them to the right colour in the end, one way or another. Very, very calm aesthetic, and it works beautifully with the natural surroundings. And from that house, it's straight to the ocean.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, before you tell us about the other projects, so when you're, working with a client, do you create mood boards? Like, how do you, get the right furnishings and the right fixtures,
the right vibe,
the right vibe,
right aesthetic.
Yes, yeah. How does that come about?
Well, what we do, we start with it's all digital these days,
yeah.
And because everyone's international, so they don't come into the office that often. So we start with we work on software called InDesign, and we start with a concept. So we talk to them, understand. We start with a concept, and then that concept will develop over time. We might hit the nail on the head first. It might win us the project. We might have won the project already. So everything's a little bit different. So it's basically all about that concept, and that first concept we will get right before we do anything else.
Right.
And that's very much a two-way conversation, and we work with the clients very closely.
And then you choose the furniture, and they pick which ones they want.
Yes,
How does that work?
The concept will be all about aesthetic.
Yeah.
And then we unravel it and work backwards. And if it's a new build, we would then be responsible generally for all of the interior architecture as well as the interior design. So interior architecture, anything, if you pick up a house and you turn it upside down and it doesn't fall off, all that needs choosing, and we would choose all of that after the architect has done their work. And then once we've approved all of that, we layer it up with the the aesthetics, the furniture, furnishing, art, accessories, anything and everything.
Do you prefer, if a client is in Antigua and they're doing a house build at the moment and they're looking for an interior designer, is it best to get you in at the beginning when they're kind of doing their plans, or is it more, when they've got their plans sorted and then you come in?
If we're allowed to be in very, very early, that's great. We love to interfere early because we're always looking from the inside out. So however beautiful what the architects have done is, it's great for us to be able to see at an early stage, to see if there's anything we might suggest that's changed. It might not be changed, but at least we've had the conversation and we're not getting to a point where the concrete's being poured and it's like,
right,
I wish well, that's no good.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we're not trying to tread on any toes. We just want to make sure that, the project goes as smoothly as it can go.
Yeah. So what are the key considerations people should think about when designing in this kind of climate?
The colour resonance is very different, but that comes way down the line. But first of all, it's using products that are going to stand the test of time. The weather is punishing, the sea is punishing, the rain has a mind of its own. All of those things. For me, a big thing is sunshade. It all sounds lovely to be in the sun, but no one wants to eat a meal in the sun. Outdoor living is as important, or probably more important than indoor living, and the space allocation should be considered. I think that's first and foremost, and then a lot of other things will follow naturally from that. But metals corrode, timber got termite issues, timbers, we need to know what we're doing, which timbers are specified. Most of the architects that work here understand all that, and in many ways it's been a good guide for us to start. We know more. Every project we do, we learn more and we know more, and we're open to it. We see lots of things that work better than others.
It's like we're here in this space that you've created here, and we're outside, but this could definitely be an indoor area because it's designed, and the interiors are like you're inside, but you're not. You're outside, and you've got this lovely shade.
Yeah, I think indoor and outdoor definitely need to be seamless. Floors should be flush. If tiles can continue, that's the ideal. A personal favourite is like continued tiles, keep paint colours quite seamless, so they'd go up the walls and on the ceiling. Perhaps contrast the doors, but it's a much calmer aesthetic in the end.
Do you have any go-to materials or go-to things that you like for this climate that you go to?
For the hard bit, a lot of the build is concrete, so that's a good base. So we're getting quite good at render finishes, so it's not just paint. To marmora, there's lots of different finishes we've been using, and the project we've just done, one is a slightly more sandy finish, one is smooth along the lines of Italian plaster, but not. It's ideal not to use wall coverings too much, because owing to if air conditioning's off or things sweat, things have problems.
Right.
So we need to try and specify those things from day one that are going to stand the test of time. Fading's a big problem. Things fade.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, because of the sunshine.
Yeah, not so much in our 41 shades of white, but generally speaking, everyone, it all just it fades. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on door height and ceiling height?
The higher the better, but of course they get heavier.
Yes.
So we've got to really get those opening easily for a child to work, or a smaller person, or housekeeping, or But I think that the higher they are, the more elegant they are. Yeah.
Now, your other projects, you mentioned you have projects all around in different islands in the Caribbean. Yes. I know we touched on the one you're doing here. What are the other ones that you're doing?
So the first island other than Antigua is Nevis.
Okay.
So we've been working with Four Seasons Resort.
Oh, lovely.
So there's 2 new builds. One is 58 apartments and the other is 7 condos. And then we've got a beachfront coming. And that aesthetic is very different for Nevis. The natural stone's different. It's got hues of pinks and greys and really lovely colours coming through, almost heather tones. Very different. Considering it's a 25-minute hop on a plane, it's very different. It's actually a bit like Menorca, bizarrely. The same tones coming through. So it works with coppers that you can patina and then stop. It works with aubergine tones coming through. It's just different. It's more jungle-like.
Is that site next to the Four Seasons? Is
They're-
it within
yes,
their
they're
hotel?
Yeah, they're both
They're
within
expanding.
the complex.
Oh, that's amazing.
Then we're working on in Walnut Bay on a new build
Oh,
of
I love
12,000
Walnut Bay.
feet. It's
Okay,
beautiful.
gorgeous.
And the nice thing is, all our projects are different aesthetic. And we're also working on Jumbie Island, actually.
Okay.
A little bit delayed at the moment, but that's a wonderful project, and all the clients are interesting, and
That's
open.
nice.
Once we get to know them, open.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what you mentioned Barbuda. What's your project in Barbuda?
Oh, well, that's amazing. It's Nobu Residences.
Okay, fantastic.
So there are 25, I think it's 25 residences going in, and we are working on a typical 4-bed and a 5-bed. So all the way through to the furnishing.
Oh wow! So they're not hotel rooms. They're going to be standalone homes.
They are standalone homes, but they are run by Nobu. So that's 2 branded residences we've got under our belt. So we're actively starting to see where else we might work in branded residences, because it suits our studio really well, as an aside to the residential stuff.
What's been the most interesting project you've worked on so far?
Gosh, most interesting. Well, there's been a lot. As I say, clients are always interesting. For years ago, I don't know that he'd mind me mentioning his name, Des O'Connor, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a journey and a half. It was a lot of fun and very, very quirky. Also, just very, very quirky and fun. Yeah.
What's been like kind of the most interesting, I guess, bathroom or feature of a house that you're like, wow, I didn't think we could, that would come off well, or it's something really has that wow factor?
Well, like I say, everyone has their little quirks and their different ways of living. And sometimes, we've got a few projects, we'll go back and look at something and say, did we really have that conversation? Are we really doing that? And generally it will be, it came up, show me the notes, let's have a look at the notes.
Yeah.
Because it's just how, and I think when people live in multiple homes as well, and we don't have, not all our clients are like that at all, but when they do, it's nice, they want to find the same thing. And that in itself is quirky, and it's unique to them.
Yeah. So do you think, because obviously your clients are all at a certain level, do you do, I guess, normal homes, for the average person? Maybe they're spending, I don't know, $1 million on a build or 500,000. Would you still come in and do the interiors at kind of that level?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have those projects too, and everyone has, I call it a comfort level. It doesn't matter how privileged you are or how much money you've made, everybody has a different idea of what's comfortable to them, whether it's art or finishes, or some things are just not important to them.
Yeah.
And that we come across that too quite a lot. So it's less usual than the other, but it is definitely a thing, and we're always open to have a conversation about stuff because we're shipping all the time.
Yeah.
So we know where to get it all now.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think, so for me, we're building some homes, and it's just, if you don't have an interiors background, it's, I think, using the space so that the house flows and putting everything in the right place. I don't think it's, I guess, the expense of the fixtures and fittings and the furnishings, because that can be up and down. It's more your expertise to get everything in the right place, so it flows the best for the person.
I mean, typically, so when we work for Four Seasons, if it's 58 apartments in a block, we will work on 4 typical or 5 typical layouts. So actually, whatever we have to charge, which is all done by the size of the square footage, that is spread over the whole development. So it's actually not a wildly expensive thing for a developer to do, for sure.
Yeah.
We're starting to look at a couple of those here.
So you spend a lot of time with your daughter because she's part of your business now, and I think for a long time. What's it like working with your daughter?
Yeah, I mean, Rosie's been there now 12 years. Well, basically, she's the boss. I mean,
I love that. So she should be.
Yeah, she runs the business day to day. She had a bit of time out now because I have a granddaughter,
Oh, congratulations.
Mila, who's 1.
Oh.
So yeah, she's back in there telling everyone what to do.
Good.
I love working with Rosie. We trust each other. Creatively, we have slightly different views, which is brilliant. So we openly discuss what might be the best route. I mean, we're looking for a quirky barn in the countryside of England, the UK at the moment, and suddenly, we get all the heads together and everyone's go, so we think about, and she'll still make sure she messages, and I'll come up with something and she'll go, okay, it's not a bad idea. That's how it
right.
goes. Yeah.
So you're in London, which obviously has high fashion place. What are the new trends that are coming out of London at the moment?
Well, something that it's called slow intentions,
Okay.
and it's all about using more sustainable material, but in a way that they age beautifully and gently on their own without too much manufacturing.
Okay.
So that's generally what we try to, and that's actually aligned with what we're trying to do anyway, because it makes sense. And that word sustainability is all over
Yeah.
the place anyway. But that's
Yeah.
quite an important thing for us to get, to grow, to learn, and to make sure that we carry out. And that's in fashion and interiors.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm definitely there. What is there like a color of the year? Because I remember, this is probably really bad, but I was like eggplant was really in fashion last year. I don't know if that's true.
But which part of the eggplant?
Oh, well, I mean, just duck. Sorry, not even eggplant. Sorry, duck egg.
Oh, duck egg.
Everyone was like crazy for duck egg.
Well, duck egg's a great colour because it works in really beautiful classical English British
yes.
interiors, and it works very well here. It's easier on the eye than some of the stronger turquoises.
Yeah.
But back to what you asked.
Is there a colour of the
Colour of the
year?
year. Pantone colour of the year this year is called Mocha Mousse,
Ooh.
which is
Okay.
a really lovely, I'd say warm beige,
Yeah, I was thinking
pinky,
of
warm pinky beige.
Okay.
We managed to incorporate it into a particular one of our schemes at the moment.
Okay.
It's actually led the way, which is going to be lovely and a bit different.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something called Slow Interiors, which is about intentionality and craftsmanship. Focuses on natural materials like stone, textures, anything that ages gracefully on its own without too much manufacturing and interference. So that's what we focus on quite a lot. We did anyway, but now it's more front of mind. Yeah.
Obviously, the interiors industry is always changing. What's new and what will be influencing your design techniques, etc., in the next couple of years, do you think?
Well, AI or artificial intelligence is buzzwords that are around all the time. We tend not to use them for the written thing, but they are influencing all of the home automation systems, from lighting to AV to all the technical stuff that happens in a home. And it is a world on its own,
Is it
for sure.
helping a lot, for visualization?
It is helping, and if we want to come up with a concept, that's the bad news. It makes it easier for anyone to come up with a concept, but they still have to execute it.
Is it helping your clients having a more visual with the AI system?
Well, the concepts we do, they evolve, and that's by conversation and getting to know the client, and them feeling comfortable with us, and then we can sort of expand it a little bit. But in terms of, the AI does help later down the line a lot with the automation system, but it's also quite hard. Not everyone wants all that.
Yeah.
Some people just want, particularly if a property's been doing, an average property here, it goes on to into a rental pool.
Yes.
The guests need to come in, switch a switch on sometimes.
Yes. You
and use a remote control. For, you don't want to leave an iPad that's, you just don't, do you? You just want it to be easy. So we always work hard to get the brief right, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're here in your house, which is absolutely beautiful. What was the concept behind your house?
So Villa Papillon, it's called Villa Papillon because when it was just land, there were lots of white butterflies fluttering around. So that's how that started. And we just wanted something using the nod to the Caribbean, so all those vibrant, bright colours, but in the knowledge that this house is all about the view.
Yeah.
And it's framing the view. That's what it's doing.
And it's a beautiful.
It's extraordinary view, and that's what it's doing. Is all of the big open windows are framing the view. So I hope by creating something interesting within the rooms, it's too dynamic. It's just got two dynamics to it. So out and in. So and inside was all about comfort, and finding the right starter fabrics. We had a picture done in Jamaica of a parrot, so that was inspiring to start. And then I used repurposed some stools in the kitchen, and on the back of that are some beautiful ladies, African ladies carrying pots. So there were some starting points, and off of that palette comes everything else. So,
Thank you so much for having an interview with us. What would you like to tell viewers, if they want to get in contact with you, how does your system work?
We have a website, we have Instagram, there's a hello at email to easily get in touch with us, and we will pick up your communication. If you message on Instagram or whatever you do, or coming through the website, you will find us. We're quite easy to contact. The contact number and Nadia knows where we live.
I do know where they live.
Yeah.
So if you do have a project in Antigua and you're looking for a creative genius, Sarah is always at hand. Just give her a call or a message. All her details are below, and obviously the team's details. Thank you so much for coming on. As I said, all details below. And if you like our videos and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel below. Thanks for watching.
Tuesday Chats with Nadia Dyson.